Hello, YouTube and Facebook followers. It's been a bit. It's Bobblehead from the Bobblehead Scale Rod Shop. Say hello. Trying to bring another episode of What's on the Bench. And, I've been watching some of the live shows. And today, Mr. Mini Dreams, which is a great builder and personal friend, had on his live show, which wasn't very long, but it was long enough, asked the question, what's important to you at your bench? I'm going to throw that out there to all my Facebook and YouTube followers and ask you the same thing. What's important to you at the bench? To me, I had to say definitely not cleanliness, even though, as you can tell, I'm trying. Mr. Mini Dream said his was convenience, where everything was close at hand. I would have to say that convenience is one of mine, along with space. Because I have a form of ADD, and as anybody would know, ADD is the attention deficit disorder. So I'm constantly coming up with multiple ideas, multiple projects. It's kind of horrible in the fact that I start more than I can get completed. But once I start something, I might take a break from it, and then I might come back to it. Case in point, my 36 Fords. Keep coming back to them, stopping on them, and back and forth. It's a debilitating thing. I don't know if it's curable. At my age, I don't see the need to have it, something done. But for children out there, something needs to be done. But as far as, like he said, having things a matter of convenience. Well, in front of you, you see my workstation, one of my two workstations. And I have a bunch of these grabber bars, double grabber bars. And they're great for holding your engines and all that. I have them over to my left side. My spares. But right here in the baskets behind, here's my sanding sticks. This is the sanding tools that I use for Evergreen Putty. With my tube of Evergreen Putty, which is a good product. But I've actually started using the Tamiya. And then my second basket here is for my sanding sticks for the Tamiya putty and everything else. Because as you can see with these, you get a bunch of green on them, and it kind of dulls the actual sanding sticks a little bit. So I use my older sanding sticks for Evergreen. That needs to be put away. I'll get to that in a minute. Underneath this top is my acrylics, my Vallejos, my art paints for rusting, and some airbrush water-based paints that I have with the brushes that I use for the acrylics for doing the rusting that I do. I'm going to scan to the left. over here you see my glue, my kicker, my main paintbrushes with my Molotow pens, spray paints that I don't have a place to put, my washes, Uncure CA glue remover with some more paintbrushes in there. I'm going to pan to the left some more. Okay. Over here, I have parts boxes, parts supplies with those little paintbrushes that I showed you up there. More paintbrushes up there. This is all tires, spare tires. My toolbox. But here is all my files. And here's my traveling kit of tweezers and everything, but I use this as my base, and then here's my drills. And of course, toothpicks. Everybody needs toothpicks. And here is my second desk, which you've seen before. My other spot that I keep tools. Pan backwards. There's all my paints, as far as my Tamayas and some testers paints, bottle paints. I always have extras on hand of some colors, like I said. And over there is parts, started projects, project boxes, and then here is tools. So you can say that I'm and then aftermarket wall. Yeah, a lot of money there. As you can say that, yes, convenience is a thing for me, but I'm not that great at keeping it clean. Part of having ADD. And oh yeah, pan over here. Like I said before, here's my Dremels. But so yes, Mini, convenience is a part of it, but I also, because of my ADD, I need space because I use a lot of space. I've never been very good at sticking with one project. I'm trying to change that. It's a part of, the aging process. Plus, having ADD, it doesn't help. But on with what I'm working on. Right in front of you, you see the AMT Kodak film Lumina. It is an older kit. And that is the kit to build the Lumina stock car. But I'm not building the Kodak car. I'm building this. The Polaroid number 35. Shauna Robinson. Busch Grand National / NASCAR car. She ran the purple Winston purple car, mainly in Busch Grand National in 1992, but she also ran it at a couple races in Winston Cup. So that is what this has become. And I have already painted glued the inner roll cage and chassis to paint it the way that NASCAR teams would paint something, and smooth all the lines. I still have bumper lines here and here. I need to smooth a little bit. As you can tell, I've put airfoils, side air dams on the car. Oops. There we go. And then honed out spots for the jacks, for the jack pins. She drove this car at the at a couple of the bigger races, and one of those races was a like Daytona type race. I want to say she ran the Purple Car at Daytona, but I can't be for sure. But you had to have these for your bigger tracks, the downforce tracks. And so I had to use Evergreen to add that. And then I've scuffed the tires to make them look like actual used, tracked tires. And got the engine painted. The steel gray. My personal blend. And I'm moving along on this. This will be done by June 10th and 11th for the Kansas City show. It's a pretty big show, and their theme this year is NASCAR. So I decided to do this car. Also, I'm currently working on the Ford Courier pickup truck. Here's the chassis. Little turbo 4-cylinder. A few more details and it'll be ready to go. The body is complete. I have to finish the interior and final assembly, and it'll be complete. And then my last one that I've been working on, some of you have seen it on Facebook. It's the Law Dog Mustang with the big 93mm turbo setup. I have to put the mirrors on it, windshield wipers, and it'll be ready for our show in May. But that's what I've been working on, trying to complete. I will be trying to do a live meeting or live camera setup in the near future. It'll probably be on a Wednesday when I'm off from work. But go join, subscribe to Mr. Mini Dreams, and all the the guys out there. There's tons of stuff on the YouTube. International Scale Modelers. I had an entire list. This a part of ADD. I had an entire group of people out in my head. Dr. Cranky. And just look up scale modeling on YouTube and you'll find us all. So I'd like to say thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for being a fan. I hope that I'm bringing you something of quality, and I hope that I'm letting you in on what I'm building, what I'm doing, and I hope to actually do some tech tips here in the near future also. So again, thank you. This Bobblehead from the Bobblehead Scale Rod Shop saying I'll catch you later.